Tonight, Atlanta is chipping away at its wealth gap, but white households still have 46 times as much wealth as black households.
So this is according to statistics from the U.S. Census Bureau. So right now, the groundbreaking experiment is testing whether cash now can actually help build wealth for tomorrow and close that gap for good. 11 Alive's Aisha Howard is taking a closer look.
Hi, I'm Liana Ennis. I'm a senior in my associates of cybersecurity.
Liana Ennis has big dreams for her future in tech, and she's chasing them at Atlanta Metropolitan State College.
Growing up, I've always had an interest in technology, and I'm honestly a naturally a curious person.
Her curiosity extends beyond computers to how to gain financial security and build wealth.
Once you are outside of high school and college, you are thrown into this world of you should know what you should be doing.
That's the idea behind Freedom Futures, a first-in-the-nation program aimed at closing the wealth gap.
We think the wealth equation is a pretty simple one. It's really just a product of yesterday's wealth and then today's income.
Georgia Resilience and Opportunity Fund is behind the pilot, and Director Amit Kanduri is leading the charge.
So the way this will look like is that young people will get access to about $500 a month in the form of an income supplement. In addition to that, we will provide over $20,000 in what's called an investable sum, which is just a large amount of money set aside for specific wealth building purposes.
The money comes from private investors and philanthropy and will support 50 people between the ages of 18 through 25 with household incomes no more than twice the poverty line. Students at Atlanta Metro State College, Clark Atlanta University, and Benjamin E. Mays High School's class of 2025 are all eligible to apply.
And so this is us trying to understand how can a program like this, an investment like this in young people, impact them and their wealth building journeys, regardless of what their educational circumstance or background may be.
Before they can tap into the capital, participants work one-on-one with a financial advisor. The funds can only be used for education, home ownership, business, or retirement. To Liana, it's an opportunity to learn
how to use money, the tips and tricks and secrets and the ins and outs of money, as we all know.
Lessons she hopes will pair with her tech career and secure her future.
I feel as if learning never stops, and it should never stop.
For a closer look, I'm Aisha Howard.
It sounds like a very promising program. Now, applications for the program are now closed, and Freedom Futures is expected to announce the first group here pretty soon. Now, over the next 4 years, the Grow Fund will track results to help shape future policies on early wealth building. You can read a lot more about the project right now on 11alive.com. Well, this week in Fulton County, a judge is now weighing critical motions ahead of the trial against the accused spa shooter. Robert Aaron Long is already serving multiple life sentences, convicted of killing 4 people at spas in Cherokee County in 2021. He's now facing the death penalty in Fulton County, accused of killing 4 more people at the Aromatherapy and Gold Spas on Piedmont Road. Well, today's hearing focused mainly on whether news crews will be allowed in the courtroom. The judge did not make a ruling and will continue hearing motions tomorrow.
New tonight, Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger confirming to 11 Alive that he will be seeking higher office in 2026. He hinted that he would do this during an previous interview with our Zach Merchant back in April, but so far he still hasn't said what seat he might be going after, whether it's Senate or governor. If Raffensperger chooses to run for Senate, he faces a growing GOP primary field that includes Congressmen Mike Collins and Buddy Carter, as well as political newcomer Derek Dooley. In the governor's race, the Republican field includes frontrunners State Attorney General Chris Carr and Trump-endorsed candidate Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones. Tonight, a Paulding County child is breathing on her own just days after severe storms left her fighting for her life. 12-year-old Claudia Bacon was at the Paulding Meadows Arts and Crafts Festival on Saturday when storms and strong winds passed through, knocking down a tree and several branches. Claudia suffered multiple skull fractures, a bruised lung, and a broken rib. And tonight, her family says she is off the ventilator. And while doctors are closely monitoring her neurological response, her progress is already outpacing expectations. They have, though, asked for continued prayers as she continues this fight.